Well, today, Texas Department of Safety Director Steve McCraw rejected calls for his resignation.
He said he would do it if his agency's own investigation shows the DPS as a whole failed the victims of the Uvalde massacre. Meanwhile, new body camera footage of law enforcement's botched response was made public today. Also footage from cameras worn by troopers who responded to the shooting that killed 19 children and 2 teachers. Fox 4 Stephen Dial is in tonight with more on that. Stephen.
This is the first time we're looking at body camera video from DPS officers, multiple officers, and it's video that the department itself still has not made public or accessible to the media. Instead, it was sent by a source to the Fox station down in San Antonio.
What are we waiting on? Does anybody know? If we clear this room completely, are they waiting on us?
Newly obtained body camera footage worn by 3 Department of Public Safety officers shows the personal fears and hesitation by law enforcement after a gunman entered Robb Elementary School in Uvalde and slaughtered teachers and children. In one exchange obtained by WOAI and KABB in San Antonio, law enforcement officials discuss whether they should put themselves in danger.
What's the safest way to do this? I'm not trying to get clapped out. I know I called Mike, and I know he's SRT, so I think they got notified, so they'll be on their way too. But I know that this is like something that needs to be done like ASAP. And I also don't like standing right by the windows where we can get shot, bro.
Thursday, DPS Director Steve McCraw defending his agency and calls for him to resign.
If DPS as an institution failed the families, failed the school, or failed, the community of Uvalde, then absolutely, I need to go. But I can tell you this right now, DPS as an institution, right now, did not fail the community.
But when pressed by State Senator Roland Gutierrez, a Democrat who represents Uvalde, Director McCraw did admit some failure within the agency.
It was an abject failure, period.
On every agency that was there, including the Department of Public Safety.
I agree.
It's not enough for families of some of the victims in Uvalde who dressed down McCraw for 15 minutes during public comment at the start of the meeting.
Keep talking in circles and doing all that mess and everything. And listen, you can get irritated all you want. I lost my damn son. Your anger is not going to outmatch mine, man.
Well, I absolutely get it. And I don't expect any parent ever to forgive something like this.
Calls for McCraw to resign grew louder this week, including the first high-profile Republican to call for his resignation. Congressman Tony Gonzalez, who also represents Uvalde, said in a tweet, quote, DPS Director McCraw should resign immediately. He joins the chorus of Democrats calling for accountability from DPS. It's refused to release body camera footage and other materials involving the 91 DPS officers who responded May 24th. Even the body cam released this week did not come directly from DPS. But it does show the actions of former DPS Sergeant Juan Maldonado, who was fired last week.
This is so sad, dude. He shot kids, bro.
Now, Maldonado is one of at least 7 DPS officers, including a Texas Ranger, that is under investigation. Again, he was fired last week. Also, the chief of the Texas Rangers, we learned yesterday, retired a month ago, and his number 2 in command also retired. And Senator Roland Gutierrez, who represents Uvalde, he said that he thinks there needs to be an independent investigation and not DPS investigating their own.